Okay, am I audible to you?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, respected chairperson of this session, Dr. Darish David, co-speakers and all others, good morning to all. First of all, I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to sisters and Dr. Mail Waganan for such a wonderful opportunity for me. My topic is on geopolitical power dynamics in the Indo-Pacific and India-Japan ties. The Indo-Pacific emerged as a new geopolitical and geostrategic area where the stage for the greater rivalry and the friction among the nations are evolving. Indo-Pacific refers to all regions of the Indian Ocean and the Western Pacific Ocean. The scale of the Indo-Pacific dilutes any country's ability to unilaterally establish regional order. The economic and strategic interconnectedness of this two ocean region is turning into mutual benefit and mutual vulnerability. Yesterday, we already discussed about this Indo-Pacific and its significance. So I am skipping that portion and moving directly to the Indo-Japan relationship in the context of Indo-Pacific. Two countries, India and Japan, that hold significance as they are strategically located in the Indo-Pacific. India at the center of the Indian Ocean, and Japan is located in Pacific strategic waters. It has maintained territorial disputes involving China in East China Sea. The increasing geopolitical convergence between India and Japan demonstrates traditional strengthen, deepening trust, a matured partnership, and strong democratic values in addressing strategic challenges. There is no historical baggage or conflict between these countries. Japan is one of the largest overseas development aid provided to India, say around 20 billion US dollar, as per the data of 2017. From the historical period, both nations were shared Buddhist ideology, and Buddhism connect both nations. Technological ties like Maruti Suzuki collaboration have helped to build business partnership, and strong economic and commercial partnership also with no conflict and helped to build this strategic partnership. The dimensions of India-Japan relations have transformed in recent years into a robust and matured partnership based on convergence in their strategic, geopolitical, and security concerns regionally and beyond. Japan and India also stand to benefit from a closer economic and developmental partnership, including energy, water supply, health, irrigation, environment, technology, and people-to-people exchanges. They have partnered on projects in the strategically sensitive regions of Andaman and Nicobar Islands and India's northeast, where New Delhi traditionally is strict about allowing foreign investment. Japan's NAC Corporation has been contracted to install an undersea cable from Chennai to Andaman and Nicobar Islands, while Tokyo is and involved in road connectivity projects linking India's northeastern states to neighboring ASEAN countries. In 2018, Japan and India also linked a digital partnership, which includes the establishment of a startup hub in Bengaluru, mutual investment support collaborations on digital infrastructure and system designs, partnership in IT, human resources, research and development, as well as next generation works. Now I'm moving to the strategic partnership in Indo-Pacific. Japan is one of the key partners of India in Indo-Pacific. Modi and Abe are particularly expected to deliberate on exploring ways to deepen bilateral cooperation in the Indo-Pacific for ensuring regional stability and boosting strategic ties in the co-development of military and technology hardware facilities. The two leaders recognize that the current international situation characterized by interdependence and the advent of the globalization offer fresh opportunities to both Japan and India for enhanced engagement for mutual benefit. Japan and India share a global vision of peace, stability, and shared prosperity based on sustainable development. As the logic of Japan's value-based approach rooted in the primacy of the universal values like rule of law, democracy, and human rights gained primacy in both the first and second Abe administrations. India featured as an anchor in Japan's important strategic conceptualization like arc of freedom, freedom and prosperity, confluence of two seas, quadrilateral initiatives, then Asia's democratic security diamond, and the latest free and open Indo-Pacific vision. In connecting to the economic growth points in the subregions of the Indo-Pacific, Japan has demonstrated leadership through its expanded partnership for quality infrastructure, EPQI. Then Tokyo is separately working with both India and the US in advancing infrastructure and connectivity and capacity building in the Indo-Pacific. In the recent past, there has been a remarkable transformation in the bilateral relationship, and the two countries have emerged a genuine strategic partnership in Indo-Pacific. As New Delhi and Tokyo recognize the profound significance and enhanced strategic roles, the Japan, America, India, that is Japan, America, and India trilateral alliance can play in the Indo-Pacific for ensuring regional and global peace and peace. Okay, the 14th annual summit is likely to propel the United Nations for its robust presence while accelerating the momentum of joint exercise in all the three wings of the defense and defense forces encompassing J strategy in the Indo-Pacific and Malabar for safeguarding the extended maritime corridor. A substantial amount of goodwill between the leaders being one of the binding factors. India-Japan strategic partnership is playing out in conceptual, strategic, and in economic areas. Apart from protecting their maritime space and security, for both as interest in protecting the sea lines of communication, freedom of navigate and choke points. Both are also way of the people's both are also wary about the People's Republic of China's encroachment into maritime waters and its creeping monopolization trade routes through the Belt and Road Initiative. Therefore, the two countries have an incentive to work together on pressing sovereignty and preserving sovereignty and freedom of navigation. Since Japan does not have the sizable maritime capacity, stronger cooperation with India in the region is prudent. India-Japan ties in the COVID-19 situation. The Prime Minister Modi stated that in Twitter after speaking with his Japanese counterpart Shinzo Abe, the situation arising for coronavirus outbreak that had a fruitful discussion with my friend Japanese Prime Minister Abe Shinzo about the COVID-19 pandemic, and the India-Japan special strategic and global partnership can help develop new technologies and solutions for the post-COVID world, for our people, for the Indo-Pacific region, and for the world. Unquote. The two leaders agreed that the India-Japan partnership could play a critical role in helping the world find solutions to the challenges and arising out of the pandemic. Geostrategic rivalry between the US and China and the underlying stakes in the Indo-Pacific are of much concern of India and Japan. Seeks to avoid disruptions in the sea lanes of communication in maritime domains, and its potential is to perspective for the India and Japan to share the responsibility of maintaining and enhancing the safety of navigation and protection of freedom of navigation in Straits of Malacca. And also there is a scope for greater cooperation in countering non-traditional security threats like increasing disaster management, sea robbery, piracy, etc. And potential collaboration in third country in the region like Myanmar is also possible. The challenges which is facing in nowadays is an important challenge of India-Japan strategic partnership is less than satisfactory cooperation in defense equipment and technology segment. And Japan historically followed a very restrictive defense export policy. And however, it was only in 2014 that Prime Minister Shinzo Abe eased restrictions on defense exports. As a consequence, the institutional or procedural framework and culture of aggressively promoting defense exports are still evolving. Nonetheless, true strategic partnership mandates closer defense equipment and technological cooperation. What should India focus on or with Japan? This is important for India to look at the relationship with Japan beyond the lens of Beijing. Need to understand the Japan's concern and requirements.
Sony, can you just take 2 minutes to wrap up, please?
It's okay. Okay.
Okay.
Need to understand the Japan's and requirement and engage and cultivate the policymakers in future too as new leadership is taking over. More regular Prime Minister, Defense Minister, and Naval Staff level talks, jointly military training considered petrol is essential. Increase the number of strategic dialogues, think tank dialogues, and the people-to-people cooperation. These all are very necessary things in the Indo-Japan relationship. Thank you.